This week's Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Game of the Week. Another all-timer right here as Ringgold gets the 21-16 win over the Heritage Generals. And we are joined back here with Haddon Fries, number 2 for the Ringgold Tigers. And Haddon, thanks for coming down here and talking to us, man. Congrats on the win. Overall thoughts on this performance tonight and getting the job done and hanging on and beating your rival for the 3rd time in a row. How's that feel?
I'm just blessed. Like, our guys just have grit.
Yeah, Haddon, you're our player of the game, and we could have given it to you on offense or defense. What do you prefer, and when you make those tackles in the backfield or when you're scoring a touchdown? What's better?
I wouldn't pick one, but, like, those tackles, like, Coach wasn't calling those plays. I was just telling my DN, hey, I'm going to go inside, and it just happened to work out.
Yeah, it worked out quite a bit. Great game.
Yeah, going back to the first half, obviously, on the interception return, it got deflected up in the air. What were you thinking there when you saw that ball kind of just floating up in the air and knowing that it was right there for the taking?
Yeah, if you go back to the first drive, you saw that I almost picked one off, and I was kind of mad that I didn't pick it off. But my coach was like, you're going to get the next one. And I was just blessed to happen to be in that situation. And I just thank the man above.
I love that. And then obviously, a big touchdown run right here into the corner that kind of, put you guys ahead and kind of gave you the momentum. Now, obviously, you play defense as well. Take us to that final play. It was 4th and long right there. And just what was the mood like in the huddle before that final play and knowing that you guys got the stop there on 4th down to get the job done?
Again, Coach didn't call this play. They ran trips. Not trips. Yeah, trips, and he ran an out route, but they weren't trying to throw it to him, I don't think. They're trying to throw it to Cody Ryan, and I pressed him, and I jammed him, and he fell, so he had to take his second read.
Okay.
And our DB just happened to make a great play.
Yeah, good game overall, and I guess when you got that interception, there was no doubt in your mind you were taken to the house, right?
Yes, sir. Thank Pete Kinetic Performance for it. Like, they got me right, like, I would recommend if you're like a young athlete, baseball, football, any like athlete in Chattanooga or Ringgold area, go to Pete Kinetic. Like, they're the best in the business, I think.
So, how does Haddon Fries celebrate a victory or just find a way to unplug after a game on Friday night? So is it like playing NCAA football 25 or 26, Madden? What we got going on? What's normally in the routine there for Mr. Fries?
See, Haddon is not like big into video games no more.
Okay.
Like, I just go to sleep, to be honest.
Oh, I like it. Speaking my language, pal, for sure.
I don't know what he's doing. I was telling the wife I'm going to be wired after this game. I'll be up. And this kid just had the game of his life, and he's going to go home and take it to the house, take it to bed.
So how much celebrating you guys going to do tonight? Because obviously this is a huge rivalry. This was circled right here. And let's just be honest, not many people were picking you guys in this one for sure. So how big of a motivation was that for you, knowing, hey, we beat these guys 2 times in a row?
Yeah, Coach Chris texted us at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
And sent us that. We were all like, and then Coach White sent us at back-to-back, and our defense was just like all mad, and so our defense had to show up because some score predictions was saying like 56-14.
Oh my gosh!
And
wow.
We were like,
wasn't gonna go that far.
Like that was crazy.
Well, that's definitely motivation used in a big-time way. And again, Haddon Fries, thank you so much again for coming over and talking to us, brother. Congratulations once again, and good luck the rest of the way. We'll talk soon. Appreciate it.
Great game, too. Great game.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and throw it back to you guys here in the studio. But again, final score from this week's Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Game of the Week, Ringgold, in an absolute classic once again right here against their rival, getting the 21-16 victory over the Heritage Generals here tonight. We got head coach Austin Crisp joining us right here at trackside. And, Coach, thanks for hanging around here and talking with us, and makes it a little bit easier on a victorious Friday night, especially against the county rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, if we lost, I don't think I'd be talking to you right now.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't expect you to, for sure. But just overall thoughts on your team's performance. Obviously, kind of, defensively in the first half, hadn't had the big interception return for the touchdown. I think it was 3 interceptions in the first half alone. Second half kind of got the offense going a little bit more, and then just the final stop right there in the end zone, 4th and long, and you guys got the job done. Just give us your overall thoughts on your team's performance here tonight.
Offensively in the first half, it was the worst one I've ever been a part of. Just extreme we preach extreme ownership. Well, I'm the offensive coordinator and the head coach. That's on me. I did not do a very good job. We went in, we didn't change anything. We came back out, did the same exact thing was on the script, and it worked. It wasn't a thing of calling. It wasn't a thing of scheme. It was a problem of execution, and the execution was not good. But defensively, they held us in the ball game. Definitely with the takeaways. I mean, definitely that was a really good play. That was a really good thrown ball by the Caden Height kid. But we were there to make a play.
Yeah, Coach, you obviously Haddon Fries had a great game both ways. Just talk about his impact as both an offensive and defensive player.
Well, you got to talk to him about more importantly how he is as a person. He's an incredible football player. He's a great defensive guy. He's a great offensive guy. But he's a leader. He's a leader that's that preaches the word of God. He's a leader that leads a football team. He's a leader in the classroom. He's a leader everywhere. And that's the kind of people we want in our football program, and he's an incredible person for that.
We are joined by Ringgold head football coach Austin Crisp right here on Coca-Cola Red Zone Overtime on Talk 102.3. And, so let's go back to the end of the game, obviously. You guys got the first down on 4th and 1 penalty, backed it up to 4th and 6, another penalty there. And then, they drove right back down the field and got within that scoring position. What was the message on the sideline to the team, during that whole sequence, and just not giving up and still, playing play to play?
It was stay green. I mean, we preach like a life is like a red light. You always want to be green on go, but sometimes when you hit caution, you either got to slow down and reevaluate, or you got to press the gas and get through that red light before it turns red. I don't recommend that to young drivers, but that's the way we kind of look at it. And then, but really and truly, it's kind of hard to explain. On the sideline, you feel helpless. But when you got those guys on the field like Bo Green, Daryl Moore, Haddon Fries, Luke Jones, Grady Haddock, and name the rest of them, it gives you a soothing feeling knowing that they're going to do their job when it gets to crunch time. So we just did our job. That's all it was to it.
All right, Coach, looking ahead, looks like a good, tough Rockmart game ahead. When do you guys start looking at this game, and what's going to take to get a Tigers victory against Rockmart?
We got to score more points than they do.
There it is.
They're a really good football team. Biff Parson is there's a reason he's one of the best coaches in the state of Georgia, and the state of Georgia is a little bit different than any other state in my opinion. But he does an incredible job. He's got really good athletes all over the field. Last year, people didn't think we were going to be even in that ball game. We got overtime with them. So we're going to continue that mentality of we're not going to be the most athletic, we're not going to be the biggest or probably the strongest, but we're going to try to be the grittiest, and we're going to win with grit.
We were talking to Haddon here. I would imagine it doesn't take much effort to get your team motivated for a rivalry game like this, but he mentioned the fact that it was about 4 or 5 in the morning, a text pops up from his coach, and might have been a particular brand right here on this radio station that was picking against his team tonight. So, do we get credit for the victory as well because we all picked against you guys?
Absolutely. I think we're 4-0 with you guys showing up, so we need you to continue showing up.
Listen.
Yeah, I wake up a little early sometimes. I think I was up at 3, and I was scrolling through Twitter right before I do my kind of devotional. And I was scrolling through Twitter and saw it, and at 4:30 in the morning I sent it to our leadership group and said, nobody believes in you. Prove them wrong. So, yeah,
Coach.
As Nick Saban says, that's yummy rat poison.
Well, listen, that's what we're here to do. And like we told you off, during the commercial break, we are open to negotiations. So, for sure. But, hey, it was a great atmosphere here tonight. The Ringgold faithful definitely showed up. Just talk about them because the band was loud as always. The sideline was packed over here behind us.
I mean, we're such a tight-knit community that it doesn't matter. If this was a basketball game, there'd be the same amount of people here. It's an incredible community that gets behind their kids, and it's cool because I went to Ingalls to get a sandwich on Thursday, not during the school day, but I went and gave me a sandwich, and you get stopped 5 or 6 times. Are we going to beat Heritage? We're going to beat Heritage? How we doing? You feel good, Coach? I was like, well, not when you guys are always asking me, but no. But it's such a cool environment. It's such a cool community that everybody pulls and they support the kids because really we're in the kid business. We're not in the winning football game business. We're in the business of making kids into men, and these men are going to go out and have families one day, and we want to be the best father and husband they can possibly be, and that's because of our football staff. That's because of the community and everybody else involved with these kids.
Well, you talk about family. Saw you and your bride out here on the field. Kind of talk about just you and your family and just kind of the because this win is just as important to her and your whole family, not just you as the head coach.
No, it is. I mean, I'll be honest with you. During the game, I cut my eyes at her and see what she's doing, and during the last on the 3rd and 12 and the 4th and 11, whatever it was, she's over here with her hands over her mouth, and I'm like, babe, I feel you. Trust me, I feel you. But no, she's a wonderful person. There's not a better person on planet Earth that God has created that's a better fit for me, and a better spouse that's given me the greatest child that I could have ever asked for.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, again, thank you so much for coming over here and talking to us. I know you said, like, hey, I got nowhere else to go because the parking lot getting out of here is packed. The buses are lined up. But, hey, enjoy the trip down back Nashville Street, going back over to Ringgold High School. Congratulations on the win once again, and adding another Coca-Cola Red Zone Game of the Week trophy to the trophy case. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Good job, Coach.
We'll throw it back to the studio, but again, final score from tonight's Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Game of the Week, Ringgold 21 and Heritage 16.